What's up, everyone? It's your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How's everyone doing? Um, I'm sorry about yesterday. I don't want to dox my job, but I was in an enclosed space where someone decided to smoke, and I think I might have gotten some fentanyl in my system or something like that because I was feeling like shit. Yesterday, I was able to sleep it off and felt great when I woke up this morning after getting 7 hours of sleep for once in forever. I can't remember the last time I got 7 hours of sleep, honestly. But yeah, I woke up, I came home late. I mean, I worked late last, so I wasn't really gonna nap, go to bed and get back up or anything. But I figured I'd take like a 15-minute nap. I had a massive headache, so I figured I'd take a 15-minute nap. And I woke up and I still felt pretty shitty. So I was like, there's no way I can do my show. So I just decided to cancel it. So I'm sorry about that. If you're really, looking forward to watching me yesterday, which, I don't really have people coming in and tuning into my live show. So, it wasn't that big of a deal, I guess. But yeah, that's basically the gist of what happened. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted pretty usual. But yeah, that's basically what happened. So like normal, like I always do, if I miss a show, I just end up just doing whatever show I was planning to do the day before and do it that day instead. So that's what I'm really going to do. We do have some news that I might get into. Uh but we do have some news, mainly with the Speaker of the House and whatnot. So we'll maybe look into that. If I have time, of course, if I have time. So, but we'll get into that. Hold on. What did I say I was going to cover? Okay. So yeah. So what I'm going to talk about today is, if you don't remember my show Monday, I think it was Monday. Yeah. Oh, my arms. I was talking about Democratic Representative Jamal Bowman, who pulled his fire alarm and admitted it. So we're going to get his statement and why he pulled the fire alarm. And it is dumb. Honestly, it's a really dumb statement. So we'll look at that. And then Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is did a response video, basically, and kind of pointed out the ridiculousness of the man. And then Trevor Bauer, he was an MLB baseball player who was accused of sexual assault, and his case finally has been resolved. So we're going to check out. He did a video about it, and hold on. Yeah, so he got falsely accused, and it turned out it was evident that she was falsely accused him. They had done he sued her, and then she sued him, like countersued him. It was kind of like an Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. They settled. Basically, they didn't pay by. They sued each other. Well, he sued her, and she countersued, and then they settled out of court with just no one paying anyone any money because he got the evidence he wanted. I disagree with his decision, and I'll get into that in a bit when we watch his video explanation. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. And then the new Biden lied again. It's a very weird lie. So we're gonna look at that and just be confused per usual. And then finally, the new California senator that is replacing Dianne Feinstein may not actually have lived in the city prior to being picked for the Senate, or the state prior to be picked for the Senate. So we'll look into that. But yeah, that's all I got today. Yeah, I don't know how long this will be. I might talk about the Speaker of the House stuff. I might not. I haven't really been following it. It's not of great interest to me, to be honest. Saturday, maybe a little on Friday, but definitely Saturday. Be sure to be on the lookout with my Gaming with Ghost channel. It's in the description, but just in case, that's the name right there, rumble.com/gaming with Ghost. Yeah, so just checking. Saturday, I will be playing the new Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Mirage. If you don't know, I am a gigantic fan of Assassin's Creed, as evidenced by my tattoo. That is eventually going to be part of my sleeve whenever I have the money to actually get the fucking thing done. So yeah, so I'm going to play that pretty much all day Saturday. Yeah, that's my plan. Oh, and if I can get the time off, I do plan on trying. Well, I should. Oh, that reminds me. I am going to have to make sure to do that. November 8th is the third GOP debate. I will be doing it live, like I did this time. Like I did the 27th. Was it? I think it was 27th. Whatever. So the third one is going to be November 8th. I do plan on streaming that one live as well. And then after that, the next big thing, if I can get the time off, I do plan on doing the Courtney Clinny trial. I want to watch that live. And that starts December 19th on a Tuesday. So I do plan to try and watch that. I have no idea how long it's going to be. Maybe it's just going to be 4 days. That'd be nice. But I'm going to see if I can get the time off to actually do it and watch it. But yeah, that's my plan. That's my future plans. Oh, and then of course, when I finish Assassin's Creed, I will be playing the new Spider-Man that's coming out in October 20th. So obviously, I'll be playing Assassin's Creed Mirage first, and I'll finish that up, and then I'll play the new Spider-Man. So it might be a bit before I actually get to Spider-Man, but we will see. All right. If I keep getting the OT I've been getting at work, I might not have to work so much on the weekends. So let's get into, but yeah, sorry, before I keep, wanting to start talking about something and then I get distracted. Sorry. What's the word I'm fucking looking for? Sorry, I'm doing something here behind the scene. There you go. But yeah, that's sorry. I'm really fucking tired, guys. I just got done with work. I just got home like an hour ago, ish. So really sorry. Well, anyways, yeah, those are my plans for the next couple months. Really want to watch the Courtney Clinny case. I think it's gonna be a very fascinating case. If you don't know, that's the OnlyFans girl that killed her boyfriend. So we'll hopefully I'll be able to watch that with everyone. But anyways, yeah, those are my plans for the next couple months. Make sure you follow me at official W Ghost on X or Twitter, however you want to call it. And then make sure you check out Coffee Brand Coffee, who I'm an affiliate of. I've put my referral link down there in the ticker. as well as my coupon code, but both are in the description. If you like good coffee, check out Coffee Brand Coffee. They got variety of coffees, teas, and hot chocolate. They're roasted to order, meaning it's not roasted until you order it. And yeah, so definitely check it out. All right, let's get into it. So let's check out Mr. Jamal Bowman. Do you still stand by your statement? So there we go. So yeah, this is earlier in the Capitol. Do you still stand by your statement that when the fire alarm was announced?
You know, I don't know why this has gotten so much attention. I was literally just in a.
Why? Really? All right, hold on.
Man, that's all it was.
I was in a rush to vote.
Any repercussions either from leadership or from legally from Capitol Police?
I mean, listen, I take responsibility for what I did, but like I said, I was in a rush to go vote, and the investigation will sort everything else out.
Have you talked to Jeffries about it?
Oh yeah, of course. That's day one. Yes.
How was that conversation?
Well, I got to keep that between me and the leader, so I'm not going to share that publicly. Yeah, but we've been in touch with each other.
Do you still stand by your statement that when the fire alarm was announced?
So he was in a rush to vote. He was in a rush to vote. He was such in a rush to vote. So much so, hold on. Wait a minute. So much so that he was able to stop. If you guys can't see it right there, he could stop and pull the fire alarm. That's how much of a rush he was in to vote. He had to. He could stop and pull the fire alarm. That's how much he was. So yeah, that's his response. I was in a rush to vote. I take responsibility for what I did, but like I said, I was in a rush to vote, and the investigation will sort everything else out. Okay, I don't understand how. I really like his answers are his explanation is just bullshit. I don't understand how you being in a rush to vote equates to you stopping and pulling a fire alarm. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so let's see Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's check this out. And let's see what she's going to do.
The infamous door where Jamal Bowman claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now these doors are open on.
Wait, hold on. So he says he was in a rush to vote, and then she's he says, I was just in a rush to vote. That's all it was. But now she's saying that he is claiming that he needed to pull the fire alarm to get out. So it's weird.
Hi everyone, we're at the infamous door where Jamal Bowman claims he had to pull a fire alarm to get out. Now these doors are open on weekdays. Every member of Congress knows that. Everybody that works here knows that. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they are locked, and only certain doors are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Now, come on over here. This right here is a fire alarm. Nowhere does it say, pull the fire alarm to open the exit door. Doesn't say that, and I think ex-middle school principals know better. Let me show you how we go when we need to go vote. I know this because my office is in here in Kenan Building. Come on, go this way.
Okay. So we're following her. So apparently now, let's see, when did she make this one? She made this video October 2nd, so 2 days ago. And then Jamal made his statement 2 days ago as well. All right. So now we're all situated. So it looks like it's in the complete opposite direction on where he would pull the fire alarm.
Oh, look, there's stairs.
There's elevators too.
By the way, we had to use the stairs to evacuate the Kenan Building after Jamal Bowman pulled the fire alarm.
Like nowhere does this look like he at all in any of the the photo that I showed. This doesn't look any.
Have an option. As members of Congress, we can continue to go down the stairs this way. And
So I'm
you
just
can
gonna
go
talk
in the basement, and we can walk in the tunnel that goes under the road to the Capitol. We do that all the time, especially if the weather's bad. Or we can come around this way. See where that says exit? It exits out on New Jersey. This one is open all the time, not just some of the time, all the time. So let's explain very clearly again. Jamal Bowman didn't pull the fire alarm to try to get out of the building because he had to rush to go vote. I know that for a fact because I also work in the Cannon office building, and I watched Catherine Clark, the Democrat whip, make a motion to adjourn, and then within minutes, Jamal Bowman pulled a fire alarm, and he knew he was pulling a fire alarm because he's a former middle school principal. And then he ran out of the building and didn't tell anybody he did that. And this building was evacuated for over an hour, and Congress had to hold the vote open. That's usually only 15 minutes on the first vote. They held it open for over an hour as well. There's some serious problems for Jamal Bowman, and he needs to be prosecuted for violating the same federal law that they are prosecuting January 6th defendants and President Trump.
I think a better option is they just stop prosecuting all these people for this shit. Everyone. But yeah, so there we go. So Marjorie Taylor Greene just gave us a guided tour through the Capitol building or through the whatever offices they're in to and how to get to the Capitol and the whatever floor, whatever, where they go vote. And, you know, where she was standing versus where he needed to go to get out. It completely different. So why was he in that area at all? That is a good question. Yeah, my beard gray, or is it just a light? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah. So yeah, that was weird. That was weird. I mean, yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, he pulled a fire alarm to delay the vote. Like, there's no excuse otherwise. Like, come on, we're all intelligent people. We know that's why he did it. He pulled the fire alarm so he could, delay the vote. I can't even remember what the fucking vote was. So, but yeah, let's prosecute that guy. Democrats, you like prosecuting people that violated laws and whatnot. Well, that's a law. And then I talked about how they were arguing how because he's a member of Congress, he can, it's this pulling a fire alarm was the same thing as filibustering or debating or all that. And no, it's not. So all right. So there we go. That's the ridiculousness of Jamal Bowman. My prediction ain't nothing gonna happen to him. That is my prediction. All right. Let's check out Trevor Bauer. So let's just check out.
A text Lindsay Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked. Next victim, star pitcher for the Dodgers. A text Lindsay Hill sent to a friend before she ever even met me. What should I steal? She asked another in reference to visiting my house for the first time. The answer? Take his money. So how might that work? I'm going to his house Wednesday, she said. I already have my hooks in. You know how I roll.
Let's see. Tryouts don't scare me, Bauer. Bring it. I'm willing and able whenever you're ready. Pick a day and I'm there. No problem. Driving to LA, huh? Oh, I am a pro at that drive. Love me some LA. Well, tryouts as soon as we get back home on Tuesday.
Then, after the first time we met, net worth is 51 mil, she said. Bitch, you better secure the bag, was the response. But how is she going to do that? Need daddy to choke me out, she said. Being an absolute whore to try to get in on his 51 million.
Good Lord.
Another text. Then, after the second time we met, former Padres pitcher Jacob Nix told her, you got to get this bag. I'll give you 50,000, Lindsay replied. Her AA sponsor asked her at one point, do you feel a tiny bit guilty? Not really, she replied. Since then, her legal team has approached me multiple times about coming to a financial settlement. But as I have done since day one, I refuse to pay her even a single cent. In August of 2021, Lindsay Hill's claims were heard in court. And during those legal proceedings, critical information was deliberately and unlawfully concealed from me and my legal team. Information like this video, which was taken by Lindsay Hill herself the morning after she claimed she was brutally attacked, emotionally traumatized, and desperate to get away from me. And now we have the metadata, so there can be no dispute. It was taken mere minutes before she left my house on the morning of May 16th, 2021, without my knowledge or consent, of course. In it, you can see her lying in bed next to me while I'm sleeping, smirking at the camera without a care in the world, or any marks on her face. I think it paints a pretty clear picture of what actually happened the evening of May 15th and why the video was originally concealed from us. Yeah.
That's really troubling. Especially if her lawyers know about it, like knew that they were concealed and everything and helped. That could be a serious problem for them. I doubt anything will happen to them. But yeah, so I guess the gist of it is I don't really know much about this, to be honest. This happened before I really got into this stuff, but what it sounds like is if I listened to all this on Ricada's show, and the way it came to me was that this lady she hooked up with this guy, and then she accused him of probably sexual assault and some shit like that, and he probably it sounded like he got charged criminally. Probably lost his. And he got cut from his team and everything, even though he was never found guilty or anything. And then when the case was heard in front of the judge, it was thoroughly dismissed. So let's listen to this.
After hearing the evidence available to her, Judge Diana Gold Saltman found that Lindsay Hill had misled the court. She found her claims to be materially misleading.
Did she get charged with filing a false police report and or charged with perjury? Because or I don't know. She testified during this at all, but we'll see.
She denied her request for a domestic violence restraining order, and she found that no sexual assault or non-consensual conduct took place. Now, some of you might not know about restraining order hearings. I know I didn't, but I've since learned that it's extremely rare for a request for a restraining order to be denied because the standard of proof that you need to obtain one is extremely low. So you can make of that what you will.
Yeah, restraining order is like 51% probable that it happened. 51% probable that it could happen.
The fact is,
or that it happened.
I was never arrested. I was never charged with a crime, and I was the only legal proceeding that took place without my side of the story even being heard.
Okay, so I was wrong about it. So she probably just went to the media and made a bunch of accusations. Wasn't charged criminally. She attempted to get a restraining order, and she apparently failed so miserably. Even the judge was like, "Yeah, you're bullshitting."
And most importantly, as I've said from day one, I never sexually assaulted Lindsay Hill or anyone else for that matter. So I sued her, which prompted her to countersue me. Quite frankly, regardless of the outcome in court, I've paid significantly more in legal fees than Lindsay Hill could ever pay me in her entire life. And I knew that would be the case going in. But the lawsuit was never about the money for me. It was the only way for me to obtain critical information to clear my name. The discovery process in that lawsuit recently concluded, at which point Lindsay Hill's legal team again came to us with another proposal to resolve the case. This time, however, they weren't seeking any money from me. Having received much of the information that had been hidden from us, a small portion of which I've referenced here, I was willing to agree to the terms proposed. Both parties would drop their respective lawsuits, and neither of us would pay either side any money.
See, this is the part I disagree with, and I'll get into why I disagree with it in a second. And look, this is I'm just some asshole on the internet. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad for this guy, really, especially 51 million, and I know he got cut from his team and everything, and he has to play in Japan and shit like that. I mean, he did come out on top because he got a good contract, I guess, from him. But I'll get into why I disagree with this as soon as I'm done with this video.
I also retain my right to speak publicly about the case, something I have not been at liberty to do since June of 2021. So, as of today, both lawsuits have been settled. Now, over the last 2 years, I've been forced to defend my integrity and my reputation in a very public setting. But hopefully this is the last time I have to do so, as I'd prefer to just remain focused on doing my job, winning baseball games and entertaining fans around the world. So today, I'm happy to be moving on with my life.
All right. All right, so there we go. So yeah, that's it. So the reason I disagree with it is it's kind of like, look, don't get me wrong. This is this guy's life. He wants to do it. Go for him. He can do it and everything like that. All good. Um, but the thing is it really helps when you have that piece. Like, look, you're not gonna, he even says, like, I'm not expecting uh any money from her at all or anything like that. It's not, something I'm expecting, but it's more of the being able to, you know, it's basically the Johnny Depp situation where although he was, he didn't do anything wrong and everything, just being able to get on, talk about it, and then show her side of it, and then show her on the stand talking and trying to, and just the blatant lie that she purported, that was worth more than any settlement money that he could possibly have to pay. And like I said, it's, I may disagree with this guy's. I think it'd be more valuable just to have her videoed and shown to be, the manipulative, lying, whore that she is. Yeah, she's a whore. And it kind of it's a situation like these that really show men today that they need to be careful with the women that they sleep with. And I'm not saying be a holy man and not sleep with any chicks or anything, but you got to really, really be careful with who you sleep with. You got to vet far more carefully than you used to nowadays. I've been watching. It was a trial just 2 months ago. I've been watching on Legal Vice's channel, the Travis Rudolph case. And for those who don't know, that's the ex NFL player who was attacked at his home and then threatened with a firearm. And then he responded with a firearm of his own and shot at his attackers and killed one and injured another. Now, I'm sure many of you that did not follow this case are like, oh, okay, cool. So, self-defense, no problem. No, he got charged with first-degree murder and one count of first-degree murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. And I'm watching this trial, and it's so blatantly obvious that the police did a terrible job. The woman head detective is she's kind of proving like a lot of things like red pill guys say, because she did such a poor ass job of it. But the thing is it all started why these guys came to his house and tried to kill him. It all started with a lie from a woman. So what happened was his ex-girlfriend Dominique was over at his house, snooped in his phone, found out he was talking to some other girl, and got very upset because it looked like he was making his way back towards the NFL. He just got signed to go play at the Canadian Football League because he got dropped because he tore his ACL. He's been rehabbing and everything like that, and he's trying to get back in. And so she just found out that he's talking to some other chick, and so in response, she attacks him and then threatens him, saying she's going to send her brother over and have him kick his ass, will fuck him up and kill him. And then at midnight, her brother and 3 other guys come to Travis's Rudolph's house, and one of them sucker punches him, and then the rest of them jump him, and him and his brother fighting for their lives, defending themselves, end up having guns pointed at him. They didn't get shot at. And then when Travis Rudolph goes into his own house, grabs his gun, and then goes and protects his brother, he doesn't fire when they run away. He doesn't fire when they get in the house. But then he sees them pointing their guns at him, 2 guns at him. Oh, the reason he went to grab his firearm in the first place is because one of the individuals pulled the gun out and pointed it at his brother. And they kept saying, it's demon time, y'all gonna die, etc., etc. So he goes back into his house, gets his gun, and they run away. He doesn't fire then. And then he only fires when they turn around, when they get or in their car and start and point their guns at him. And then he fires 39 times. Okay? And then he gets arrested. He gets charged with, because one of the guys died, gets charged with first-degree murder. And he gets charged with 3 counts of attempted murder. And I'm watching this trial, and it's very obvious. Not only did the police do a terrible job, but the woman, Dominique, lied. So all of this mess that this guy has to go through is because of a woman. And I bring all this up just to circle around. It's like, you got to be very, careful nowadays of who you're sleeping with. And, whether you're Trayvon Bauer, Johnny Depp, Travis, I keep wanting to say Trayvon for some reason, but Travis Rudolph, all these people, all these men, the Tate brothers, all these men have one thing in common. They're not careful with the woman that they, with the women, whatever they're sleeping with. And I think we as men, the men out there, hey, I'm not telling you guys be fucking eunuchs and, don't fuck anyone till marriage. I'm not trying to sell you that TradCon life. Do you? But you need to be careful with who you sleep with. Honestly, if I was single today, my entire house would be wired with security cameras. I'd record all the sex I was having and shit, and everyone would know, like, hey, once you enter my house, it's all recorded and everything. And even then, you can still get fucked up. I mean, look at the Tate brothers; their house is wired, and they're still getting hit with the false trafficking shit. But yeah, I just hope guys out there, if you're being a player, or even if you're not being a player, you're just trying to find love and you're hooking up with chicks and whatever, you're just careful. Make sure you record, make sure you document everything you can, because you never know. I mean, just the last couple of years, you see a bunch of fucking women coming around and falsely accusing guys. I mean, Russell Brandt's just been hit by 4 different accusations, none of them very credible. Fucking Brett Kavanaugh, Donald Trump. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous time we're living in, where not only can a broad come and accuse you of doing harm to her, but she doesn't need much evidence to ruin your life, just the accusations. And you see what's going on with Russell Brand. So yeah, I just hope y'all are being careful out there and watching who you sleep with. But yeah, that's the whole thing. I honestly, I think in a couple of years, we're gonna end up just completely disbelieving anytime a woman says someone sexually assaulted them. And I think that's really sad, because one day it's gonna be absolutely true, and no one's gonna believe her, because all this crap is happening. I think maybe it'll help the fact that when this actually happens and a big case comes of it, it's gonna be not something that was 10, 20 years ago. It's gonna be something that was a couple weeks ago. So all right, so here we go. All right, so Biden goes on his lying thing again. It's a weird thing he lies about.
When I left the Senate, I was able to convince Strom Thurmond to vote for the Voting Rights Act. Strom Thurmond. When I left the Senate.
Okay. So he says he helped convince Strom Thurmond to vote for the Voting Rights Act. And for those who don't know, I don't understand what he's trying to say. So let's just play it again.
Senate, I was able to convince Strom Thurmond to vote for the Voting Rights Act. Strom Thurmond.
So he says this. Thurmond died in 2003. Yeah, that's true on his Wikipedia. Those who don't know who Strom Thurmond is, he was a former governor of South Carolina. He was a member of the Democratic Party and then switched to the Republican Party. And then he was a staunch opponent of the civil rights legislation in the 1950s and 60s. He opposed the Civil Rights Act of 1957. And in the 1960s, he voted against the 1964 Civil Rights Act and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So somehow Biden tells this guy that when he left the Senate in 2009, he convinced Thurmond, who died in 2003, that he got him to vote for the Civil Rights Act that passed in 1967.
When I left the Senate, I was able to convince Strom Thurmond to vote for the Voting Rights Act.
The thing is this could have been just like a fake AI thing that they, mock up, and it's so good. But the thing is, it's like that could be it. Or this motherfucker could have just said this shit because it's fucking Biden at this point. Like I can't tell. Like so I don't know. I don't know. It was just funny. Like this could have been like some AI, or like it could have been even faked and had the thing talk over them or whatever, like change his words, and that's not what he actually said or anything. But the thing is you could totally believe he would say that because he's a fucking idiot. That's the thing. All right. So I am not going to do anything else. This is my last thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go to bed because I can feel myself dying. Gavin Newsom's pick to replace Feinstein appears to scrub online evidence of living in Maryland. An FEC filing, her employer's website, and her own social media account said La Ponza Butler lives in Maryland. Governor Gavin Newsom picked to replace the late Dianne Feinstein in the Senate has been quick to scrub online evidence that she actually lives in Maryland. Screenshots of Butler's accounts on X, the platforms formerly known as Twitter, show that she listed her location as Maryland. On Sunday, when news of her selection was first reported, her account has since been updated and currently does not list any location. Butler, who is president of the pro-abortions group Emily List, has a bio on the organization website that was changed hours after the news of her Senate appointment came out, removing references to her living in Maryland. A previous version of her bio concludes the sentence she lives in Maryland with her partner Nikki Lee and their daughter Nyla, which has since been removed. This chick looks like a dude. I'm sorry, it looks like a dude. Okay, anyway, in addition to online references to Maryland, a federal election commission filing from Emily's List also identifies Butler as a resident of Silver Spring, Maryland, as recent as August 31st. Neither Emily List nor Butler immediately responded to questions from Fox News. Butler's appointments days after Feinstein died at the age of 90 last week. She is now expected to finish out the remainder of Feinstein's term in Washington, D.C. ahead of the 2024 election. In a statement, the governor described Butler as an advocate for women and girls, a second-generation fighter for women, for working people, and a trusted advisor to Vice President Harris. So she's useless too. As we mourn the enormous loss of Senator Feinstein, the very freedom she fought for, reproductive freedoms, equal protections, and safety from gun violence, has never been under greater assault. Butler will carry the baton left by Feinstein, continuing to break glass ceilings and fight for all Californians in Washington, D.C. Newsom's office told Fox News Digital that Butler moved to the suburbs near Washington, D.C. when she became Emily's listed president in 2021, and she has a house in California. The governor's office added that Butler will re-register to vote in California before she is sworn in. Butler thanked Newsom for the appointment, and so it looks like he's basically confirming that she hasn't lived in California. Like, she hasn't lived in there long enough that she has to re-register to vote. So I guess it's confirmed that, yeah, she doesn't live in California. But all right. Butler thanked Newsom for the appointment in a statement on Monday. I am honored to accept Governor Newsom's nominations to be a U.S. Senator for a state I have long called home. But you haven't called it home long enough that you had to re-register. Feinstein died on Thursday after battling a series of illness. She was the oldest member of Congress and longest serving woman. Butler called Feinstein a legendary figure for women in politics and around the country in a statement posted after his death last week. While Butler has never been elected to office, she has been involved in California politics for years, served as a senior advisor to Harris' 2020 presidential campaign. Well, that didn't work out well, while at the same time working at a political firm with strategists who have worked for Newsom. Who are prominent state Democrats. She also has 2 decades of experience in the labor movement, including formerly serving as labor leader in SEIU 2015. All right, there we go. Right, it seems like it confirmed. Yeah, she doesn't live in California. But I mean, I don't know the fucking rules, and I don't know if it really cares. It's just kind of funny. Californians don't give a shit because she's lesbian. Let's be honest, Californians don't give a shit because she's lesbian. So yeah, there we go. Those are the news today. So it looks like Speaker McCarthy was ousted. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I guess I'll just give it a little sprinkle here. But yeah, so Speaker McCarthy was ousted thanks to Matt Gaetz and a group of other Democrats. I really don't care. But apparently, one of the senators is going to try and get, because apparently the rules don't state that the Speaker of the House has to be a member of Congress. Could be anyone. I don't know if that's actually true, but apparently that, it's what I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying. So she's saying that she's going to try and get Trump to be a nominee. That'd be funny to fucking see, but we'll see. I doubt that. I don't even know if that's true. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. So I don't know if that's true, but it might be for all I know. Who fucking knows? But that'd be funny as hell. It'd be really funny if not only did that happen, but then the Republicans end up successfully impeaching both Biden and somehow impeach Kamala Harris, and then Trump becomes president because he's next in line. That'd be funny as hell, right? Speaker of the House, right? If I remember my civics correctly. Yeah, Speaker of the House. That'd be funny as hell, honestly. All right. But yeah, so there we go. So we'll see. I don't know. I have no idea. All right. I'm going to go to bed because I'm fucking dying here. I hope you all guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on rumble.com/with-ghosts, as well as on YouTube. Follow my gaming channel. I will be doing that Assassin's Creed game here on maybe a little on Friday, but all day on Saturday. And you can follow me there at rumble.com/gamingwithghost. All right. I hope you all have a good day. Peace out. See you later.